So today we will be talking about Furbies, demons, or child's toy.
What? No, we are not.
Starting from how they're made. Did you know witches make them?
What? Don't listen to her. I don't know what's going on with her, but that's not true. At least I don't think
Do I
it's
still
true.
have my Furby?
We do, but you were scared of it because
Okay,
you thought it was a
things
demon.
They're a little demonic looking, and I think it turned on without any batteries. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's in
and I
my
think
closet.
once they're on, they would never turn off. Like
Yeah.
you cannot get them to turn off.
I have it in the back of my closet.
Mhm.
Maybe that's why I always have issues in my room area.
Maybe we should watch Saw tonight.
It's Christmas. You have to wait till after
I
Christmas.
want to watch
now.
Saw.
I know Saw is my favorite horror movie. The whole
I
series.
still haven't watched
Even
it.
Jigsaw and the ones after that. Love it. Saw is so thought-provoking. Okay. Welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast. I am your co-host, Shannon.
And I am the creator of the show, Arianna.
You are not. This is my idea. I thought about this in 2021, but this did not come to light until
Well, I'm going to be
2024.
changing this podcast. Instead, we're going to talk about how things are made. You know, like cabinets from sapling to installation.
I think you can start your own podcast and call
We let
that.
the seed germinate.
What? Oh my gosh. You want to do ASMR?
Yeah, I just want to put people to sleep.
Okay, well, you can do that. You can have your own podcast. You can put that on YouTube. You do you, girl.
I will.
All right, then.
I take Venmo to request stories.
I feel like I haven't seen you this week. I kind of miss you, even though
It's
we
been
live
a
together.
Busy week, I think. I just had a lot of schoolwork. I had my final review, which it went pretty well. I would say probably my second best, but still really good. Like, we got lucky, I think, with the reviewers. So, like, we were kind of voluntold to go first because no one wanted to go first. And we've been going first because we have usually everything ready. Like, some people run late and are printing in the morning. And then that stresses out our professor and he gets all antsy. But then, so we went first, which looked at, I think those reviewers were, like, understood that we have competition next and need to focus on how we can enhance what we have and not make any major changes. Like, no one wants to do that at this point.
Right.
Where the professors for the second half, because they swap halfway through, they literally, like, they took someone's project and rotated it on the side. And they're like, I think it would look better if you rotate this.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goch, wouldn't you die if they did that
I
to
would
you?
be, so upset. Our professor, though, was, like, definitely advocating for them. Because he knows it's, like, it's late in the semester to make huge changes.
That would be huge. You're turning it on your side? I don't...
Yeah.
Like a whole structure would be look like...
Yeah, it would be a lot of work.
Yeah, that seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
Oh my. So, yeah, you've been pretty busy. I have not been... Oh, I got a knee update if anyone wants to hear that.
We'll have Venmo up in the description to donate towards her surgery.
No. So, finally got my MRI reviewed by the doctor, and it's not real good. I tore my meniscus, and I'm wondering, she did say there's still blood flow. She said I tore it off the bone, but it must be attached slightly. It has not moved, so that's good. But to do surgery, they have to drill through your bone, then tack down your meniscus, and then she said it's like a big... Something's attacking me on my feet.
It's the cat.
It is a 6-month recovery. It's pretty intensive and huge. And she said if I'm not in severe pain now, and because my meniscus hasn't moved, there is some hope that I could fully recover. Looking online, it doesn't look like it well, but I feel like I'm going to need surgery at some point. Though she kind of confused me because she's like, okay, stay off your feet. Walk like 25%, like however you are now by putting your weight on. I normally recommend a cane, but if you're doing okay, but if you, no shopping for long hours of time, no standing on your feet, put your feet up, don't lift anything heavy. So I feel like I'm going backwards. So this weekend I was kind of researching what I could do to exercise because I enjoy exercising and I'm missing not exercising. So I really can't do cardio. I could do a bike, but I can sit, no standing, like no intense bike workout.
You mean you're not going on a run
No.
outside, uphill?
I can barely walk. Uphill both ways, barefoot. but I can pedal on a stationary bike. So I don't know. I'm going to do some Pilates, ab workout, maybe some arms, right? Like I can do that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't want to be jacked.
Yeah,
but
you can do it.
but like just to do some things. I used to exercise every morning and I'm feeling extra flubby. And then the holidays are coming. So
Christmas cookie time.
Exactly. And I would like to say that I don't eat that stuff, but I do.
Everyone does. And if you don't, it means you're sad.
There's two types of people. Those that eat Christmas cookies, those that lie about it.
I think he's MMA fighter. I don't know exactly. It was some type of fighter. And it was an interview. And they were saying something like how he always like gains a bunch of weight between fights and then cuts down for them. He's like, well, I'd rather be fat and happy. Those people that always have a 6-pack are miserable.
Oh, guaranteed. Like we watched,
and then he's like eating a piece of pizza.
like we watched, what was a Hot Frosty? Was that the name of it?
Yeah.
I was gonna call it Sexy Santa, but we watched Hot Frosty. I don't know why. Maybe I got a Secret Santa fetish or something. I don't know. So
yeah, issues. You want to talk about that?
No, not really.
Turn this into a therapy session.
Sure. No, but like the guy clearly had no fat on him, whatever. Like he has not had a carb in years. There's no way. No way. So yeah.
But I mean, if you're getting paid for like, I mean, he's an actor. You get paid for how you look. So
that is true. You do get paid how you look. So Wicked came out this week. So, would be like a week ago when this
okay, so I do want to see it, and probably not in theaters because it seems like a long time for me to sit in one spot. I need little breaks.
Yeah, no, I get it. I don't know. I'm conflicted. So I didn't want to see it at all, and now I feel like I missed out when it was out in the musical. Like I really wish I would have seen it. So I don't know. I might go to the movie theaters, take myself on a date. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll rent it when it's here. Sounds amazing. I guess the only thing that people are really upset about is that it's only half the movie at 2 hours.
That's insane.
Yeah, that is insane. So I have to say, though, there was this mom on TikTok, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen it already on TikTok, complaining about how inappropriate Wicked was to bring her daughter. She saw Ariana Grande in a pink dress and thought it was similar to the Barbie movie, and she felt offended and it's dark and it's inappropriate. It's dark magic and witchcraft. And I'm like, ma'am, okay, so I looked up. Wizard of Oz came out in 1939. And then Wicked, the musical, came out in 2003. Ma'am, you've had plenty of time to do your research to know what this is about.
I haven't seen anything that looks like it would be inappropriate. Is it just like the witchcraft part? Like
maybe just the witch. But Wizard of Oz has witches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what the problem is.
The wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. I know. So like, I don't. So she's really like kind of sparked some outrage from me. So like, and she was like, because Ariana Grande was wearing pink and I thought she'd be so appropriate. So just because you're wearing pink does not mean you're going to be appropriate, whatever that means.
Sense. That's like people complaining about Sabrina Carpenter. Like, do your research.
Oh my gosh, there was another mom ranting on Sabrina. Actually, it's all over the news now. Like people think, oh, her show's so raunchy and these little girls are going.
Well, then you should listen to what your children are listening to.
Well, this isn't a Disney show. Like all you need to do, if you listen to I keep listening every morning. I listen to the song "Taste" by Sabrina Carpenter.
That's not even a bad one.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
But even that one, you're going to taste me while he's kissing you. Kind of listen to the words. Kind of know where that show might be heading.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. My other one, same with the one where she says, I don't give enough about you. What is that one? Oh, Good Graces.
I love that song.
I do love that too. Again, if you listen to the song, you might kind of know where that one's also heading. So, yeah, I don't know. So people are just, do your research. If you're going to complain about the content of a show, maybe do your research first. But the Wicked one was crazy to me because it's been around for so long.
She's wearing pink.
She's wearing pink. I thought she'd be sweet and innocent. Why? Because you're wearing pink?
And isn't what's the movie rated? Do you know?
Probably PG-13. I don't think it's bad, but like Harry Potter was like PG, I think, and people complained about that.
Some some religious groups,
yeah,
they don't like the witchcraft kind of thing, right?
I think it's a witchcraft in it.
Oh, but that's the whole point of the movie. It's in the title, pretty much.
Well, I didn't think it'd be bad, and then she actually said it was Wicked in her podcast, and I'm like, no kidding, the title's called Wicked. Like,
yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, there's going to be magic, and I'm not mocking anyone's views, but like, do your research then. If you have these strict views and you want to...
Yeah, do your... I mean, every preview, she's got a witch hat on. Like, what do you think's going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you don't want to see it, fine, but don't complain if you just show up expecting something it's not going to be.
So apparently this woman then dragged her daughter out of the theater. I feel bad for her daughter, but yeah. So that...
Crazy.
People be crazy.
People be crazy.
Yeah, so that's all, like, for the news for me. I'm pretty lame this week. Well, my big news was my leg, and then, you know.
I have a song stuck in my head. I just came across it on TikTok. Apparently, it's very popular. It's Bruno Mars and Rose, I think. And that's very good. I think it's called Apt. It's APT.
Oh, okay.
It's stuck in my head. It's very catchy.
I have not heard that, so I will have to be on the lookout to listen. So anything you would like to share?
I feel like I shared it. I just had... school.
I know.
Lots of school. I have one more class, like one more actual class, and then it's just competition.
Woohoo! Are you excited for the competition?
Kinda, in a way. And I'm also nervous. Did I tell you that? So there's going to be 12 groups that are chosen to present, right? Mm-hmm. But we won't know until you have to present. Like, they're not giving you, like, the list, like, after they make their judging, like, before we... It's like, because it's 3 hours of presentations, which is also insane. A lot to sit through. So it's not like you can prepare, like, through other people's presentations. They're going to, like, go through one and be like, okay, now we want to see Art Street's presentation.
Oh.
Yeah. So everyone has to be prepared.
You actually have to be
and I don't
really
know
prepared.
what to wear. I feel like I would dress up too nice for my final review, because that would have been a good outfit, but now I can't repeat outfits so close together.
Well, if it's cooler out, what about you have a cute sweater dress that you could wear? That'd be cute. Stockings, some high boots.
I don't know if that's dressy enough. Do you think it's professional looking?
I think it's professional.
Oh, we'll have to go through some outfits. That's definitely on the list.
I feel like now that you're going to be a working professional, you need to get some shopping.
I need to do some shopping, yeah. Like,
oh my god. Gosh, we forgot to go to pick up your pants again.
No, we really have to go to the mall.
Arianna, she ordered these great pants. I don't even know if we talked about it.
Do you work Wednesday?
I do work Wednesday. Do you work Wednesday?
No.
Just go to the mall and get it.
I don't want to go by myself.
She ordered pants from Lululemon.
Amanda, if you're listening, do you want to go with me to get some pants on Wednesday?
Oh my gosh.
To the mall? I'll drive.
Well, she's not getting this until Tuesday. It's because this, drops at 7:07 in the morning on Tuesday.
I should text her just in case she doesn't listen right away.
Right. So
I think she's got off.
Well, there you go. You have someone to go with you. And you have 3 Amanda friends, so I hope she knows which one it is.
I think she knows. I think she's the only Amanda that listens.
Oh, that makes me sad. Oh, guess what? We signed up for Boozy Bingo. It's called Grinchy Boozy Bingo. So I'm super excited for that.
I love Boozy Bingo.
I do too. I hope we win.
I'll drive even so you two can drink.
Wow, that's so nice of you.
You're welcome. I know I'm so great.
You are. So the last time you went to Boozy Bingo, you came home and you were puking.
Well, I had 5 shots in the span of 2 hours and 3 drinks.
That's a lot.
It's just
3 drinks?
Yeah.
Full, like, glass drinks?
Yeah, like mojitos.
Oh, my gosh.
They're so good. And then they kept, like, I didn't pay for a single one of these shots. So Boozy Bingo, at least at that place I went to, they do 1 free shot for the round. Then usually there's leftovers. So then they give, like, the people sitting at the bar an extra shot. So we sit at the bar, we get the extra shot. And then there was, like, I guess more, they made, like, way too much. So, like, you guys want another? And, like, sure. And then it happened again. And then at the left, it was getting late and we were just, like, finishing up. I think we had some food. We're going to leave soon. And they're like, can we have another shot? And they're like, oh, you don't even have to pay for it. Here you go. So they were encouraging it way too much.
They really were. You were so, I mean, you had to puke because otherwise, like, that's a lot of alcohol in a short amount of time.
Yeah, it was just too much in 2 hours. Yeah, I threw up after that and slept in. I think I slept a little bit in the bathroom. And then you woke me up to go to bed.
Yeah, I actually covered you up in there, too, for a little bit. And then
I guess I remember being cold and grabbing a towel.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and I haven't really drank much since then. Usually I'm just 1 drink if I am.
Yeah. No, that was a little much. And then your friend also had to work the next morning, and she wishes she would have thrown up.
Yeah. Oof, I can imagine.
Yeah, you girls. I'm glad I was your driver. At least you drank responsibly.
Yep.
All right. Are you ready to get into our Reddit stories?
I suppose.
Oh, I
What?
had a whole thing I was going to do, and I completely forgot.
What'd
I'm
you have
sorry,
to
guys.
do?
My mind is just not with it today.
I'm confused. What do you have to do?
So, because it's Thankful Week and Thanksgiving is this week, what are you thankful for?
You go first.
Okay. I'm thankful actually for you because of my
Aw.
knee and everything. Like you were grocery shopping for me when I was in severe pain, doing all that. And I'm also pre-thanking you for decorating because I need to decorate for Christmas and I can't do
Yeah.
ladders and
You have to
things.
let me know when you want to do that so I can get everything up here and help you. We should do it soon.
Well, yeah, I would have already had started, but
Do you have
I can't.
off after Thanksgiving, Friday?
Yeah, I'm off that Friday.
If I'm also off, then let's have a decorating day.
Yay!
And decorate.
So, you doing all the work and me pointing where I want everything.
Can't
Sounds
wait.
so fun for you.
So fun.
I mean, I can do a little bit. I just can't be going on a ladder or, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
sounds fun for you. So, what are you thankful for?
I don't know. Everything. My family.
Oh, boy. All right.
I don't know. I'm thankful for you.
Okay. So,
Everything you do for me.
what is it? Actually, you do more for me right now. So, what is it that I'm doing for you right now?
You drive me around when I'm drunk.
Mom of the Year award right here, guys. Right here. I have it. Yeah.
You need to provide a roof over my head and don't make me pay rent.
That is true. Very true.
And you watch my dog for me.
That's true too. So, and I did want to discuss something a little controversial.
Tipping?
Yes. So, like during 2020, because I know the restaurant industry was hit hard. So, like if you ordered a pizza and you went and picked it up, generally in the past, you wouldn't tip, but you would tip because you feel bad for the workers and everything. So, I feel like tipping has gotten out of control. Like, I don't know.
Agree. Like if I'm going up to order my food or a drink and then you're just putting it on the counter for me to grab, I don't know. I don't really tip unless sometimes if I pay with cash and I have change, I'll do my change. So I don't know. I think with that kind of thing, no. Unless people are actually when you have a waitress, yes, you tip them because they're bringing you, they're doing a service, whatever. This cat's gonna knock over this computer.
Yeah.
But then there's certain things with hairdresser, when they rent the chair. And, they should be charging an appropriate amount for their services. And, I still tip, but it's definitely not 20%. Because sometimes my hair is really expensive, depending on what I'm getting done. And almost the same with tattooing.
Mm-hmm.
I should feel like you guys should be, a tattoo artist should charge what they're worth. And then, I do tip, but, I don't tip a lot because yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My hair is expensive, and it doesn't mean that I'm not happy with it if I don't tip a lot, but 20% of I don't know, let's say your hair's $200 and I'm happy, but then I don't know, I just feel like $200 plus 20% would be $40 and that's $240. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's all whatever somebody is willing to give it, what you can afford, but it doesn't equate service. So when I looked up what tipping was, it's really to bridge the gap between for low wages. Right. And that's how it all started. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit out of control. You're supposed to be tipping literally everybody. You should be tipping, obviously, restaurant delivery, grocery delivery, which I mean,
I get those.
So the delivery things.
Yeah.
But then it also I guess tour guides 20%, which I kind of get. Massage therapist 20%.
But I feel like you're paying for a service.
Right, exactly. Bartenders 50% of the tab or $1 for a beer. Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yep.
This cat.
This cat is driving me crazy at this point right now. Yeah, she just keeps rubbing against the computer monitor and trying to knock it all over.
He's cute. His love is destructive.
So, yeah. So, a sommelier, which I did have at a restaurant. So, it's a guy that just comes over, recommends wine. So, when I went to a nice restaurant,
I don't go to a nice restaurant.
I've also, during 2020, during that whole COVID shutdown, I used to also, but that was online. We attend wine tastings. I'd pay for wine to be delivered, and then we do a tasting online. That was fun. So, yeah, so some of the things hotel concierge, I mean, if they're helping you, I get it. But 20% seems like a lot. Massage therapist, housekeeping, $2 per person per night. So, I mean, I guess that's not much. And I feel like they don't make a lot, so I feel like
that's almost more valid than some of the other ones.
right.
I'm still surprised at the half your tab for a bartender.
I know.
I did that the other night, but it was $4 because I only got one drink, and that was $8. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm hearing you correctly. Can you talk to me?
I'm been talking to you.
Okay. Just because the cat is messing with literally everything. Technical difficulties we have a rag doll.
Interference.
Yeah. He just wants love right now.
All right. We're moving on now. We're done with this.
Done with chipping. Next week, we're going to talk about who you're supposed to be gifting for.
Okay. From r/relationship advice, we have posted by The Real Balder. What to do after a failed proposal. Now I, 28 male, live awkwardly with my girlfriend, 27 female. My girlfriend and I have been together for 2 years and 6 months. Oh, sorry. I'm combining words. This is a bad start already. My girlfriend and I have been together for 2 years, and 6 months ago, she asked me to propose to her within 6 months, which I did.
Mm-hmm.
During this time, she hinted heavily that she wanted an engagement ring with particular stones that were difficult to come by at a regular jeweler. So I had to buy it from Glamira and ended up costing more than $500, which was more than I wanted to spend. But I was so sure she was going to be my spouse that I could stretch my budget since she appreciates it so much. When she gets something she loves, and this ring was perfect. The time comes, and I propose. I do all sorts of lovey shit and create creative stuff to make it the perfect proposal. And she accepts before starting to cry. She reveals she is unsure if she loves me because her job has been so stressful lately, and her feelings she had developed since telling me, and my gosh, this is hard to read. It's so tiny. I think I need to go get my eyes checked.
Do you need my reading glasses?
Okay. She accepts before starting to cry as she reveals she is unsure if she loves me because her job has been so stressful lately, and her feelings had developed since telling me she wanted to be engaged. It hit me like a brick wall, and I thought my life was pretty much over. We had a week's break before getting back together to try a second time. Things are working out somewhat fine, but we're not at the point we were in the past. That is pretty clear. Now I'm going to return the ring, as it wasn't engraved or anything, but now Glamira's fucking return policy fucks me in the ass, telling me I can't return it because a piece of fucking paper is cut on the ring. Everything was returned, including the box and all certificates, but the paper that was attached to the ring was removed temporarily in the proposal, and now I won't get to return it. I get very pissed off at the world by wanting to be alone and not talk, since I've essentially lost $500 on a worthless ring that I can't use for anything. What sucks so much is that I bought it because the woman I love told me it was the thing she wanted most in the world. Now I'm afraid I'm going to resent her for making me waste so much. She simply said, "That sucks," and carried on with her day.
Oh my God. That sucks.
That sucks. That's rough, buddy.
Sucks to be you and your wallet.
I feel like it's very unfair for me to take the hit when she's changed her mind without hinting or telling me. Do you guys think this relationship is doomed to fail at this point? Or is it worth trying to mend it? Am I being unreasonable for thinking I shouldn't be responsible for taking the $500 loss alone? And is Glamira the worst jewelry company in the world? There's some edits. Do you want to respond first, though?
Yeah, I want to respond first. So
it sounded like she wanted the proposal within this time frame.
Yes. So she was leading this proposal, and then she wasn't ready. She really should have told him when I was getting to 4 or 5 months, you know what? I want to date longer, so I know if I'm sure. I think I would just call it. They've only been dating 6 months.
Yeah, and then he seems pretty angry about this.
Well, he does. And I feel like, does he even love her? Because I'm not hearing, oh, I love her so much. It's, I'm doing everything she wants.
And yeah, no, I can't return the ring.
Now he's just angry because now he'd like the $500 returned too.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be resentful towards her. And then I'd be like, well, then are you going to propose to me? Because I don't want to propose to you again.
Yeah, because, I mean, they even did, everyone says, oh, you should talk about it, make sure you're on the same page. And they did that.
They did that.
She changed her mind.
Yeah, and you're allowed to change your mind, but I think if she had a feeling, she should have told him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there's some edits. You want to hear them?
Yes.
Edit. I'll let the money go. I understand it's petty of me to let it bother me so much. It's just that it is the latest thing that's been going on. As for the relationship, it seems like it's all doom and gloom according to Reddit. I'll keep thinking on it and I'll see what I'll do. I'm at least going to be working on myself, that's for sure. Edit 2. Reddit is so harsh on cheap engagement rings. It almost makes me think half of you are working in the jewelry industry. It's only a ring. It shouldn't be the basis of an entire relationship. Edit 3. I don't know if it's an American thing, but spending $500 on a ring is considered fair over here. My friends who are engaged or married have spent in the range of $200 to $1,000, and it has not been a continuous problem for them. Edit 4. People are still commenting on the price of the ring. I'm not from America. Everyone I talked to was fine with the price of it. Hell, not everyone over here proposes with a ring. It's definitely just Americans who are this obsessed with engagement rings. As for the relationship, the reason why she rejected the proposal was that she felt some slight feelings for someone at work. What? She never acted on those feelings, but she said they were there. She moved in with her parents for a week to sort out her feelings and found out she did love me and not the other guy. Is that good enough to warrant me taking her back? I don't know, but I'm trying to figure that out.
No, dude, red flag. No, the guy rejected her, and now she wants to come back to you.
You think that's what happened? I'll make my decision over this week. As for the ring, I'm past it. I don't give a fuck about it or the money anymore. So many edits. Edit 5. I've actually read every single comment on this post, and I appreciate all of you who have been supportive and given great advice aside from the people who are obsessing over the price. Unfortunately, it feels like it's going the way the people on Reddit are proclaiming. I'm probably going to end it soon.
Yeah, I think he should end it. I think it didn't work out with the guy, and now she wants to come back to you. This whole time, I haven't heard how much he loved her.
No, that was never mentioned. Also, about like the price, I feel like you should spend what's affordable to you, like, and it shouldn't really matter how much it is.
No, you really shouldn't. Like, Americans are obsessed though with the price.
They are. It's like what's the rule? 2 months of salary? Is that what it is?
3 months.
3? Oh my god,
salary.
That seems kind of insane. I think 1 month.
Well,
like 3 months salary. You know
afford.
what you could pay for that?
I don't know. Like. And this is going to sound completely sexist, but thank God I'm the girl if I'm dating a guy. Like, because
you're like, you can't afford
I couldn't afford I would get a $500 ring because you know what? I couldn't afford even a month's
you should
salary.
just get what you can afford. And if like you really love each other, the price shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't.
I mean, as long as you get like a style that looks pretty, like
and no one should go in debt for a ring.
No, I think that's insane.
So expecting 3 months salary. So unless it's someone that has money like saved aside, but like someone like me that's living paycheck to paycheck, I would never be able to afford to spend 3 months salary. So I wouldn't expect it because I couldn't do that.
Yeah, no, insane.
It's insane. And you know what? And the way they mine diamonds, sometimes it's not even ethical. You need to know where it's coming from. So I would be perfectly fine with a lab grown diamond.
Yeah, I don't mind those. I don't know.
I just want it to be pretty.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I don't even care if it's a diamond. Like sapphire, emerald are pretty, or ruby.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a diamond.
No.
And I don't like them when they're too big and takes over your whole hand.
No. I like a small one, actually. I don't like the big.
Yeah,
like personally for like me.
Yeah, and I don't judge it for anyone else.
No, it's just whatever you like, and then your guys should know what you like.
Right, exactly.
Like I'd be upset if someone got me a gold ring because I only wear silver, like for an engagement.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you're not a gold girl at all.
I like gold. No.
I like rose gold. I'm more of a silver girl too. Oh, I will wear gold once in a while, but you are like you never wear gold.
Never. I don't think I own gold jewelry.
No, because you're always like no.
Yep. Anyways, there's more edits. Do you want to get to them?
Let's get to them.
Edit 6. I think a lot of people are misunderstanding the engagement, and it's probably because I haven't been clear in my post. After 1.5 years, we were having an exceptional time together. We both saw ourselves getting married at some point. I told her jokingly if we should get engaged, and she told me she wanted to be done properly with a ring, and at the time when she wouldn't know in advance, and that she would appreciate it if it happened sometime within 6 months. 6 months later, I was sure nothing had changed because everything was still the same to me. We enjoyed ourselves and we were building a future together. When I got rejected at the proposal, I was utterly whiplashed because we already sort of agreed upon that we wanted to be engaged. I've been feeling sick all day since I posted this on Reddit. I couldn't even finish my shift at work today because I cannot distract myself from what is going through my mind. I concede was already doomed the moment I posted here. I realize that now. I guess I just needed subconscious confirmation or something. I feel sick to my core, but there is no way of escaping it. Even though most people on Reddit seem to think she's horrible, I honestly don't carry any ill will towards her. I wish she communicated with me back when she was changing her mind, but after coming back from her break at her parents, she has tried to work on herself. Unfortunately, I think she broke something irreplaceable inside of me that day of our proposal, which I've tried to get over to save our relationship, but I am conceding defeat because I cannot live with myself this way. Edit 7. I broke the news. Lots of crying from both of us. She tells me that she loves me. She doesn't want to give up her relationship. I tell her I'm depressed and haven't gotten over the failed proposal. She says she couldn't control her feelings, but that she knows she loves me. I said it's for the best if she moves back with her parents, and she wonders for how long. I said I don't know, but at least for December most likely. She told me I could take as long as I wanted. My plan is to live my best life, and if I miss her still, maybe we could try again. If not, end it for good. For anyone thinking she's been cheating, she has not, nor do I think she will. Final edit. We've had a long, difficult talk together and come to the conclusion that we're going to work through our problems together. For anyone dealing with relationship troubles, stay the fuck off Reddit. Most people on here are so bitter, they want to ruin everyone else's relationships as well. There are a couple of great people here with experience that have made me sway the other way, as well as the conversations I had. Thank you. Edit 8. Another update, I guess. I didn't get time yesterday to properly write the update I wanted to, but a lot of people are wondering what the ring looks like. So here it is. I'm going to show you a picture of the ring real quick.
So if you could, that's pretty. If you could send that to me and I'll add it to our Instagram post.
It's very yellow.
I mean, it's not my taste.
Not my taste, but it's pretty.
And I'm sure she picked something out. Like, you probably knew what she kind of wanted.
Yeah, it sounds like that's what she wanted. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That'll be on our Instagram.
Nice.
Let's continue. Just don't fucking buy anything from this merchant unless you're 100% content and keeping whatever you buy. Other people are doubting our relationship because they're so sure my girlfriend cheated. I know for a fact that she didn't, and I stand by that. Others are asking for an update after some months, and I'll do that. I think I'll prove most of Reddit wrong, that it will not be a mistake, but if I'm wrong, I'll be humbled at least. After waking up today, I felt a lot better about the entire situation. And honestly, I think this was the best outcome. I love her, and I still think she's one for me. But we've got relationship challenges that face us. But rather than giving up in the face of trouble, we'd rather try and get through these challenges than just give up. Again, thanks to people sending support. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to work through it, that's fine. If you guys love each other. I don't necessarily think she cheated. I just think she had feelings for another guy and he didn't return those feelings. Mm-hmm. And I think you should be sure before you get engaged. She also could have let, him know, her fiance or boyfriend know. She wasn't sure instead of waiting until he proposed. But I guess at least she came clean. So yeah, I don't know. He has a lot of updates. He's just...
Yeah. Oof.
Good luck. All I'm going to say is good luck.
I like how most of those updates were just fighting in the price comments.
I mean, yeah, in America, I think, and I'm okay with you spending $500. I don't think I would tell anybody just because everyone's so obsessed with I don't even know how you can get a ring for $500 engagement ring. So,
yeah.
But that's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, moving on. This next one's going to be from our AITAH. Hosted by Throw RASCRE. 2 days ago. Am I the asshole for revealing my parents' lifestyle to my grandparents? About 4 weeks ago, I was getting strange looks here and there by certain acquaintances during some of my lectures and or when I was in the dining hall. People were asking if my mother was available on the market. People were laughing at me. Soon, I got a text from a good friend of mine saying that he was sorry for what I was going through. I was generally confused what he was talking about. After further questioning, apparently a mutual acquaintance of ours was bragging about hooking up with an older woman. He decides to share some lewd pics, and one of our friends identified this woman as my mother.
Oh.
I honestly didn't believe him at first. I thought he was just messing with me. I literally texted him pics or it didn't happen as a joke. I thought he would clap back by calling me a freak. Instead, he sent a photo that was actually my mother.
Oh my God.
I was completely traumatized when I saw the photo. I wanted to puke. I was so confused at how to bring it up to my parents. I was wondering if my mom was cheating on my dad. Since I lived with them, I decided to bring it up the next day by holding a family meeting. I honestly didn't want to do this, but I felt my dad needed to know about this and to confront my mother. When I mentioned to my parents, their reaction seriously caught me off guard. They were both in shock, and then seemed to be ashamed as I explained the situation. My dad couldn't look me in the eye, and my mom was covering her face while crying. The truth was something I was ready to hear, and to be quite honest, wish it wasn't true.
Oh no.
Apparently, my parents like to swing. Yep.
Hmm.
They hook up with other people outside of marriage. My dad was well aware of that my mom hooked up with an acquaintance of mine. I'll admit, I got belligerent. I cursed at them. I told them not only my mom was disgusting for hooking up with someone around my age, but also selfish to hook up with a potential peer of mine without realizing the repercussions it could have on me. She tried to defend herself by saying she only knew that he went to the same college. She wasn't aware that this acquaintance also moved in similar circles and that he would share those photos. She shouldn't be allowing any photos to be taken.
Yeah, I would not allow any photos to be taken. But anyway.
I told her her excuse was pathetic and that she was still willing to take the risk. Then she started sobbing terribly. My parents keep trying to apologize to me, but I tell them to go to hell. I can't even have dinner with them or look them in the eye. I can occasionally hear them crying in the night. It's extremely painful for me to go to school. I've been missing lectures and self-studying whenever I can. So I decided to share what's going on with my grandparents.
He did not.
It wasn't to hurt my parents, but I needed to get it out. They're going to allow me to move in with them so I can attend community college into another state. This didn't happen without my grandparents berating my parents. Now my parents are upset with me for getting my grandparents involved.
Well, I mean, they should not have allowed those photos. Like, really, it wouldn't have concerned him if she allowed photos and then she slept with someone that goes to the same college as him. I mean, come on. Like, seriously? Like, your lifestyle is fine. Let that be whatever it is. Your marriage is whatever.
Everyone's consenting adults here.
Yeah, but like, you do have to think about the repercussions when you have kids. So if you happen to be swingers, I would say don't allow photos.
Yeah, I think even if you didn't have kids, no photos because you don't know who's sharing them.
Right. And definitely none of your face. Nothing, neck down only, I guess. But come on. I feel bad for
I feel
OP.
bad.
But I mean, it is funny that he told the grandparents. I feel like the parents kind of got in trouble. But like he's solving, he's problem solving, right?
Yeah, he was just trying to talk it out and get out of there, I think.
Yeah.
So there's a comment that said, not the asshole. The fact they swing is personal to them. They left the confines of personal by getting sexually involved with a person your age, allowed said person to take photos, and blame you for their childish and immature reactions. They knew the risk, and it came to bite them in the butt over their choices. The fact you can't stand it and want out of the house is completely respectable, given what trauma/harassment you're now facing because of non-swingers. Your parents are now disgusting slots, your father too. Every choice we make as adults has consequences. The fact that they were both okay with her sleeping with an adult, going to the same school, was insane. How could they even assume that you'd never mingle with random people on campus? They're just ashamed it came out this way. I doubt they even considered to stop their behavior or at least avoid people that could be in close proximity to you. I wish you all the best with your grandparents. These are all consequences for their choices. None of it is on you. Sooner or later, the grandparents would have found out.
Actually, I don't think the grandparents would have ever found out, to be honest.
Unless I slept with one of the grandparents' friends.
Right? Yeah, no, I think horrible call on the parents. You have to really be careful of your circles. And I don't really care if that's what they do, but they included their son's friends in his circle. Like, you got to stay out of people you know circles if you don't want them to know.
No, yeah.
Yeah. And then how embarrassing to have like your peers have photos of your mom naked. I mean, no one wants that.
No.
No.
I can't believe the friend actually sent it.
I know, exactly. Well, they're not friends, they're acquaintances.
Well, no, a friend heard from the acquaintance.
Oh, yeah. But still.
And then the friend got the photos and sent them to him.
Okay, I thought the acquaintance sent it to him. So now the acquaintance knows, friends know. It's like literally the whole school
Yeah,
knows.
photos are being all passed around.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, moving on from r/ relationship advice from use piece 8128. Me, 25 female, messed up, and I think my relationship, 25 male, will end today. How can I save this relationship? I, F25, feel I have been really insecure lately. My boyfriend, M25, recently started a new job working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sex, physical touch, and time together has stopped. This past week, I have been feeling incredibly insecure, anxious, and depressed. I mentioned this to my partner, and he gave me a hug and carried on. Thursday morning, he was getting his wisdom teeth out. And in a moment of weakness, bad timing, I know, asked him if he was still physically attracted to me. I disclaimed that I was not trying to attack him, I just need reassurance for myself. Friday night, he came home from work and was silent to me. He said we need to talk and that his blood has been boiling about my comment. And he came out of the sleeping medicine. He said, I need my hand held in this relationship. And that's not him. This was in no way my intention of showing my insecurities. This morning, he didn't say bye before he went to work. While it may not seem like a big deal, before, no matter how mad he was at me, he has always come in to say bye to me. I'm pretty sure this means I'm going to be broken up with. Do I text him now and mention it, or wait for him to come home? How can I save this relationship? I'm in bed brokenhearted over this. I can't lose him. Thank you in advance.
What do you think about this one?
I don't know.
I'm like, it was short, but I don't.
Yeah. So top comment was quoting from the post, I can't lose him. And then they said, this is the problem right here. You need him more than you love him. No one likes that. You should be with someone because you love them, not because you can't cope without them. Remember, love is an action word. Show your love, not your codependency. Get a therapist. You'll be okay. I don't know. Sounds like the boyfriend's working a lot. Maybe he's just stressed and still adjusting to.
Could be, but nobody likes desperation. So if she's desperate,
that's just gonna drive someone away even more.
Exactly. Yeah, she does definitely need therapy for sure. I mean, we all do, but yeah, she definitely needs it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's just a little. I don't know. Like, I just feel like, yeah, I didn't like how she said she needs them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Though we've all been there, like, oh my gosh, I need him. But nobody likes desperation. You're going to chase someone away. So even if he's just stressed, you're going to make him feel like that pressure, like, oh my God, I need you.
Yeah.
That's an unhealthy attachment love style.
Yeah. Wish them the best.
Yeah.
Want to hear another relationship one?
Therapy. Sure. Throw it at me.
There's more therapy should be involved as well.
Yeah.
This is also from Relationship Advice by Throwaway Saw His Note. How do I, 32 female, recover after seeing a note about how ugly and fat I am in my husband's 34 male phone?
What?
My husband and I were just chilling in the house. He was cooking while I was reading my book. He goes to therapy for himself, and I think it's great. I know he talks about us, discusses sensitive topics before we can talk, and tries his best to deal with things in a healthier way. I wanted to check his phone for some photos he took of me, and generally speaking, we don't keep our phones off limits from each other. I noticed a widget of notes with my name on it, and it was curious, so I looked at it. The note was, my wife is fat, even 2 years after we had our child. She has a pretty face, but even that gets lost in the frumpy clothing. Zero makeup and double chin.
Oh my gosh.
This crushed me. I know this was private and probably wrote it as notes to talk to his therapist about, but this is a bell that can't be unrung. I just silently put his phone away because I didn't want to find anything else. I'm heartbroken because I know what he feels about me. Sure, his sex life may not be the best right now. My physical fitness hasn't recovered, but after reading that note, being ugly and fat is all I think about. I'm just obsessing over it. I've been very reserved the past few days, and I am too embarrassed, angry, humiliated, and unloved to even bring this up to him. If I can do that. He's never outwardly expressed that to me, or his behavior or actions isn't aligning with what he wrote in his notes. He is kind to me and treats me well, but I do care about what he genuinely feels, and his feelings about me hurt. How do I move forward?
I mean, you want your spouse is supposed to love you no matter what. Like, for better, for worse. Like, he shouldn't be criticizing you down to, like, that much, down to a T, to your double chin.
My God.
Like, that's all I would think about. I think,
yeah.
For me, I'd be out. I mean, it's easy to say because I'm not in it.
Yeah, but like they're married, they have kids, sounds like.
Like, if you wanted to try couples counseling, I would say, look, I
Maybe.
found this in his phone. And yeah, maybe I shouldn't have been looking at his phone, but we have an open phone policy and I can't unsee that.
No.
I can't stop thinking about it. This is really, and if this is how he sees me, I mean, how are you ever going to have sex with a guy again? Like, you're like,
No,
this is
you
how
would
he
never
thinks
be
I'm
able
ugly.
to. Yeah.
Because even if, and he right down to makeup and frumpy, a lot of guys like when women like dress all comfy and like they look all cute. He like doesn't like that she dresses
Well, he wants
comfortably.
the fake woman that's always like,
Yeah, he wants a trad wife, but that always looks like perfect for him.
wake up with full makeup on.
Oh God. There are people that do that. I mean, that's unrealistic too. Like,
Yeah, but like you married her, like I'm sure she's been like that since you were dating. Like, you know, I like to wear my comfy clothes, and if I'm just not leaving the house, I'm not putting makeup on.
Right. Oh, days I work from home, I don't put makeup on.
Yeah, like I'm sure he knew all this before they got married.
Yeah, that's actually really sad. I feel bad for her. Well, you know, I was telling you earlier, so I'll tell the audience that like I went to grocery shopping today, and because, you know, Thanksgiving's coming up, if you celebrate, there's a lot of families and like couples, like older couples and younger couples, and I almost like started tearing up at the grocery store. Like I was like, oh
gosh,
I'm also like a little hormonal right now. Anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have that. I wish I had someone. And like now I hear this story, I'm like, I'm so glad I'm single.
And I'm just ill, something like that. All right, there's a comment here. My heart breaks for you. That must have been really shocking and awful to read. My husband said something really foul to me a few years back. Once it's said, it can't be unsaid. Or read, in your case. It took a long while and some fights. Eventually, I got over it and moved on. But I will never forget. You have to let it out and talk to him. Holding it in isn't healthy for you. Maybe you can talk with a therapist as well.
Yeah, no, she has to say something.
Yeah.
Is there any edits from her, from OP?
No comments or edits from OP.
Because I'm really sad for her. Like, you can't, like, no, something has to be done about this because she can't unsee it. That's all that's going to be in her head. She'll be obsessing about it all the time.
Yeah.
She could have a conversation with him, but I think it'd be better with a therapist.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, could try marriage counseling.
Yeah. I feel like that would help. Could help.
It could help if they both want to, move forward. But until there's that conversation and a way to cope and deal with what he said and how he's feeling, and then how she's feeling about what she read, there's no way to move forward.
Nope.
Like, you have to do something about that. No. All right. Do you have another one?
I've got another one from r/am I the asshole by competitive N3344. Would I be the asshole if I tell my husband's ex she has to move out?
Maybe. I mean, the way that's worded, I would say no, but I have a feeling there's more to the story than the title.
All right. I, 35 female, been married to my husband, 37 male, for 1 year. But we've been together for 3. He has 2 children, 6 female and 8 male, from his previous relationship. We do not have any kids together. Their mom, Anne, 34 female, has 1 other child, 4 female. They have a good co-parenting relationship, and Anne and I get along. The last week when Anne picked up the kids, we have a week on and a week off, she told us that the kids might need to spend a few weeks with us because her and her current husband are getting a divorce. The house is in his name. He had it when they got together, and she's been a stay-at-home mom for their whole relationship. She said she was going to stay with her sister, but they don't have enough room for all 3 kids. I jumped in before my husband could say anything and offered her the guest room and told her that the girls can share a room just like they do when they're at her house. That way she didn't have to miss her time with the kids, and we could help with her daughter while she gets a job and gets things figured out. She thanked us and said she'd let us know when she'd be moving out as soon as she could. My husband asked me if this was 100% okay with it.
Oh my God, she's a saint. Like, I can't believe she offered that. I'd offer it for the kids.
I know. And that it would be fair to get her in here and then have an issue later. I told him I was okay and we'd work through anything that comes up. That was 3 months ago. She's lived with us for 2 months now, and everything is great. It's actually better than great, if I'm being honest. Having her here means I don't have to take both kids to the store if I need something for dinner. Housework is divided between 3 people. She's gotten a job and isn't having to pay for childcare, which is about $700 a week in our area. Even though I told her she didn't have to, she's giving us $500 a month for bills. I was talking to my sister and cousin at our Thanksgiving. My sister said I'm crazy for letting her stay with us, that I'm devaluing myself as a partner and being an asshole to myself for allowing this to continue. My cousin agrees with her. She said the only reason his ex would agree to stay is if she still wanted to sleep with him, and him agreeing means he wants it too. I don't see behaving any differently than before, and I truly trust my husband. But now I'm starting to doubt my decision. Would I be the asshole if I tell her she needs to find somewhere else to live? Am I the asshole to myself if I don't listen to them and let her stay? There's an update. Would you like to hear it?
Wait, no, let me process. So, before you read the update. So, they're being really nice. I think the goal, and I see like they all work well together and they can co-parent and it makes life easier for everybody involved. So I think that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I do think they should be taking that $500 a month that she's giving her, put it in an envelope so she can use it for security deposit and first month's rents, because I think eventually something's going to hit the fan. It's going to blow up and she'll need to get out. Like her and her, I don't know if he was an ex-husband or just, the father of her two kids, just maybe it was a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they were together, but it didn't work for a reason. So all of them living together eventually is not going to work.
Eventually something's going to come up.
Same with like two women in a house generally after a while do not work either, because you like your own space, you become territorial. I just think right now it's in that honeymoon phase and it's easier for everybody.
Yeah. All right, so there's an update that said, thank you for all of your comments. You're right. This isn't the first time I've let my older sister's comments get into my head. Sent her a text and told her that my household isn't her concern. If she doesn't trust the man in her life, she should focus on her own. Thankful for the reality check. Anna's dying over the number of sister wives' comments. Have a good evening and happy holidays, everyone.
Okay. So she's letting us say there, hey, I always said, and in a perfect world, sister wives would have worked because you're sharing the load with the kids, the housework, and the bills.
Yeah. So, the sister shouldn't have commented on what's going on in her house. But
unless you asked.
I don't see this working long term.
No.
Though, I think brother husbands should be a thing.
No,
I want brother husbands.
I used to say I wanted brother husbands, but you know what's going to happen is you're going to come home from work, and then you got three dudes watching a football game on a Thursday night instead of taking out the garbage and doing dinner or mowing the lawn, and then you're...
Well, that's why you have to choose a very diverse group of brother husbands.
Okay.
One that does not like football, so while they're cooking, he's making the food for them to snack on and taking care of everything else.
Brother husbands.
My new TV show.
So you want to be the reality show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brother husbands.
Yeah, I don't know. Or how guys are competitive, like when we used to watch The Bachelor, like they do be outside playing basketball, all of a sudden they're roughhousing and knocking each other down. Oh, that could be hot, actually.
Why don't you guys compete on who can clean the best?
And he's like, this is getting nothing done. You guys knocking each other down for basketball. But I don't know.
I wonder who could really vacuum the best. We got 3 floors in this house.
Yeah. No, I would say good luck with your brother husbands. I don't see that being a mess too. But it would be great. You get a mechanic, a chef, and something else.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And a carpenter.
Yes.
Mechanic, chef, and carpenter. There you go.
That sounds great.
It does sound great in theory. Back to the story.
Top comment. To be honest, I think you're letting your family judge you on this. If things are going great, why change them? Just because 2 people who have no idea about the situation and are on the outside looking in are saying one thing versus the other. It sounds like jealousy, if you ask me. Did they only say it after you gushed how easy it was? For most people, this would be a hell no. But most people don't have the sort of relationship you have with your husband's ex.
No, I think that is great that they get along.
And did they split amicably? Has she ever shown any sort of inappropriate desire for her husband? If you feel there's a reason to have her move out, then by all means do it. But don't let anyone force you into second guessing what you know to be true, either on Reddit or in your personal life. Ultimately, if you see no red flags or dangers, there's no reason to kick her out. OP responded, saying, yeah, they only said something after I told them that she was helping by making dinner a few times a week. or helping with the laundry. When I said it was making my life easier is when they started telling me I was crazy for letting it happen. They did split amicably. They got together young, rushed into marriage and babies because their parents wanted grandbabies, and then figured out they weren't right for each other.
Okay, yeah, I don't have a problem with her staying there. I thought she was a saint for offering, and I'm so glad it's working out. I still think, unless they really need that money, they should put it to the side and then let her gift it to her to help find a down payment for an apartment. I don't think long term it's going to work unless they have money, like if they have a house where they could build an in-law suite and she lives there with their separate quarters. And what's going to happen when she starts dating another guy and then they're, oh no, she's going to leave the kids with you a little bit longer so she can go on dates. I just think there's a potential for a lot of disasters, none of which that the sister pointed out. I'm not thinking she wants her ex-husband back.
No.
I'm just thinking she's going to need her own space soon.
Yeah.
And I think OP will eventually need her own space too. But she still might miss the help with the cleaning and everything.
I know, that sounds nice.
It does sound nice.
All right, I've got one more. Do you want to hear it or do you want to postpone for the next one?
Nope. Well, let's hear it. Yeah, you never give me choices anymore of stories.
You don't get choices anymore.
Oh,
this is on
whatever.
r/petty revenge.
Ooh, I like petty revenge.
Winter_childhood 9186 posted this.
Okay.
The maintenance man woke us up at 6 a.m. with hammering in an empty apartment next door. So I got even.
Well, no, what did you do?
This is second day in a row that they've done this, but it's Saturday today, my guy. I simply got up, asked my husband to be patient with me as he's staring at me confused because he saw the look on my face and knew someone was about to get it. I went to the bathroom that's adjoining the sawing and the hammering. I put Baby Shark on a loop and taped my phone to the wall. The saw stopped almost immediately. We could hear them talking from one room to another, but the hammering was still happening. By 8 a.m., there was silence. 8:47 a.m., they knocked on the door and apologized for waking us up and said they hope we have a good weekend. Nothing about the music, but they're switching to pulling carpet for the day, which is quiet. I thanked them and wished them luck. Then I went inside and stopped the music. Victory, it's small, but it's mine. Edit, getting some hate in the comments in my DMs, so I'm done responding. It wasn't that serious. We've been joking with them since they turned around the apartment on the opposite side last week. And no, the phone was not equivalent to a boombox. It didn't rattle the walls. I honestly doubt they heard more than the melody, as we can't hear our neighbors' conversations. Just the rumble of their voices when they talk and if they yell. No one is getting evicted, and I'm not going to the office to get them fired. It was annoying and silly. Then it was over. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. And second edit, we've decided to bring them snacks and joke about the song and make sure they're actually okay, not upset. We really don't want to upset maintenance. They're good people, just working, and I bet they don't want to be here either.
Right. I mean, they don't want to start at 6 a.m. either, but if that's their job and that's their start time, that's probably when they have to do things.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of stinks. It would be nice, at least on a weekend, to wait till 8 a.m. would be good.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's just not the way things are. They have a timeline to get that apartment turned around for the next tenants to take over.
Mm-hmm. So there's a comment on here that said, are those contractors? I've had this happen once in our apartment at 6:30 a.m. Went to the office and reported it, and they told me workers weren't allowed to start before 8 a.m. They put a stop to it immediately. There's no reason for workers to start that kind of thing that early other than their own convenience. Check with the office. Then OP responded, I'm not sure, but they did spend the night in the unit last night because they worked until 10 p.m., then sat outside smoking and talking to 11. I had to run to the store around 1 a.m. for Dayquil/NyQuil for the kids, and their cars were still there. I just didn't expect them to wake up and immediately get back at it. This was the first time this has happened on a weekend, so I don't want to go to the office about it. I don't want to get them in trouble, especially if they weren't allowed to sleep there. They were annoying, but not enough to interfere with their paycheck. At least OP's reasonable.
She's reasonable. I mean, I'd be annoyed that
funny.
someone's waking me up at 6 a.m. and I think playing Baby Shark is kind of funny.
It was funny. They're like, yeah, it's not like a boombox. It's just a phone taped to a wall.
It's just like
loud.
A little cute petty revenge. Nothing.
Yeah.
No one's harmed. No one got in trouble. No one's losing their job. Like, I think it's just kind of cute.
Yeah, I thought it was cute.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, did you think about what you're actually thankful for this week yet? Or in life?
You thought I had time to think while I was reading?
Yes, I did. All right.
I'll come back next week as we talk about how doors are built.
No, you're not doing that. No doors are being
both
built.
metal and wood.
Oh boy. So thank you so much for joining us, friends. Thank you so much for inviting us into your cars or living rooms or wherever you're listening to us, into your phone.
Do you have a Furby? Do you think it's possessed?
Did you have a Furby?
Please
Do you think
comment.
it's possessed? If you have one, send them to Arianna. We'll give her a whole case full of Furbies.
Make a little circle. Little possession circle.
That'd be weird. All right. I don't know what's happening with you today, but I'm going to go get some holy water for you. You guys have a good week. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Like, subscribe, tell all your friends
if you
about the
don't,
podcast.
have a great Thursday.
Tell all your friends about the podcast.
Don't.
You were interrupting me. Follow us on the Raining Cats and Dogs
And then write
Instagram.
in on Reddit on raining_CND_pod.
All right. Have a great week, everybody.
Have a
And
week.
be kind.
Be rude.
Gary.